People have the shortest attention span, and so I'm like, I have to say unfuck within the first 7 seconds. Otherwise, people are gonna be like, next, who cares, what? If I heard a song that somebody says, I wish I could unfuck you, I'd be like, what is this? Because same. I feel like this song sort of was developing over like a really long period of time. It's not necessarily about a specific moment. It's a song about wishing you could undo loving your ex and wishing you could undo last night. And I went through a really shitty breakup, and Undrunk was like the first song that I wrote after the breakup. I wrote it with my friends Amy Allen, One Love, and Kinetics. We were taking tequila shots naturally, as one does on a rainy Friday night, and somebody said, we gotta try to get a little undrunk so we could write a song right now. And I was like, that's the sickest word ever. And then we just started saying, we're like, what else could we undo? Like, unfuck, unkiss, unlove, like, unmiss. Like, we just like made a list of all the things that you could possibly do to like an ex or somebody. And it was just sort of all of the like really petty shit that I wanted to say and like the crazy shit that I wanted to say. And it was just sort of my like, here's the deal sort of song. So it's definitely very honest. Wish I could get a little undrunk so I could uncall you at 5 in the morning. I would unfuck you. Honestly, this party's over. Everyone here should have gone home, but I'm afraid of being sober. 'Cause the first thing I do when I'm alone. The feeling that I like really wanted to capture that I've had personally so many times, and I'm sure somebody else has had, is like that feeling where after the after party's over and you're leaving and you're walking home or you're in your cab or your Uber or whatever by yourself and there's nothing left to distract you, no like substance, alcohol, like fling or flirt or crush or anything, and you're literally just by yourself with your drunken thoughts. You just can't really seem to get over. I start touching myself to the photos that you used to send me. I should've deleted but kept it a secret. Is that crazy to do? It's crazy. But like love makes you do insane things. I was really nervous to play this for my parents because they kept asking me. They're like, "When are you gonna play us your song that's about to come out?" And I'm like, "Oh yeah, we'll get to it. I'll play it for you guys at some point." And I remember the first time I played it, we were all in the car together on our way back home from dinner. When that part came on, I literally started like sneezing over. I was like coughing and sneezing, and I'm just like, dinner was so good. Like, I don't want you to hear this right now. It's like watching a sex scene with your like in a movie with your parents. Somebody always gets up to go to the bathroom. Somebody makes another comment about something else. Like you don't want to be sharing that with your mom and dad. So I squeeze out the lime on the ice of my drink, and the juices that cuts in my fingers, it still doesn't burn as much as the thought of you. I'm clumsy. I also just have really dry, ugly old man hands, and I always just have like random cuts on my hands, like kind of gross, but is true. And I really just wanted it to be so visual. And when we were taking a shot in the room, we had lime wedges, and I had a cut on my finger and it like burned, and I was like, I squeeze out the lime on the ice of my drink, but like that, even it hitting the cuts on my fingers, like that doesn't even burn as much as thinking about you does. Wish I could get a little undrunk so I could uncall you at 5 in the morning. I would unfuck you. But some things you can't undo. There's always things that you're gonna do that you wish you could go back in time and change and undo them. But it builds character. You learn from it, you grow from it, and like I think it's really hard to see that lesson when you're in the thick of it. But once you get some perspective and are able to sort of see things a little bit more clearly, it makes a hell of a lot more sense. I wish I could unkiss the room full of strangers so I could unspite you, lose my temper. But some things you can't undo, and one of them's you. I think when you break up with somebody, everybody sort of goes through like a different healing process through it, and sometimes you end up you look for attention right after, you know, and you try to convince yourself that you're fine, and like you want to feel wanted and hot. So maybe you go out and kiss a bunch of strangers, but like no matter what you do, they're still not that one person. And that's like such a sad realization at the end of the night. I'm afraid to turn the lights on. I don't wanna face this rebound. Is it weird if I come over? I want to, but I know that she's around. Seeing them with somebody else or hearing about them being with somebody else, like when it's still really fresh, like that hurts. So I'm touching myself to the photos that you used to send me. I should've deleted but kept it a secret. Is that crazy to do? Oh, I'm hungry and wasted and my hands are shaking. I should they be cooking but spilling out water, it still doesn't burn as much as the thought of you. So my go-to drunk food is always nachos. It doesn't matter what time it is. Come home, throw some Tostitos on a plate, a little shredded cheese, pop it in the microwave. A little sour cream salsa dipping action is where it's at. It's the best, nothing better. My freshman year of college, my roommate, like we just had met each other that week. We were like going out to a party and I came home, like I walked into the kitchen after we got home and she was microwaving half of an avocado with dark chocolate on top of it. Are you okay? Do you need help? Like, very weird combination. I've been through every emotion. Right now I'm sad and broken. Like the bottles on the floor, but I'm too buzzed to clean them up. Wish I could get a little undrunk so I could unlove you. Self-love is something that I like really struggle with. You can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself and you don't respect yourself. And I didn't respect myself in that situation. Check yourself and be like, am I good? And like that answer for me was no. My therapist is the greatest person in the entire world because she listens to all of my bullshit and helps me feel a little less insane. I wish I could unlove you. I wish I could uncall you. Oh, wish I could unfuck you. I wish I could unlove you. I would never go back and undo the relationship because it taught me so much about myself that I didn't know that I needed to know. I think it was key to like my growth just as a human being. And if you're not like living and learning and loving and losing, like, what are you doing? I look back on who that person was and I feel really sad. I was like such a shell of a human being and I really lost myself in that process. And finally getting to put this music out in the world and Undrunk and hearing so many people like their feedback and like them telling me their stories about heartbreaks that they've been through, it makes you feel less crazy.